You've made so much news with politicians and other cultural figures over the year, many of which we've played on this show, the sound bites thereof. That one with Joe Biden just went completely viral. And then I saw you on The View yesterday where they were trying to zero in on you and Biden and this presidential race. And those ladies really, really, really wanted you to say that you endorse him. You didn't want to do it. But eventually you admitted, okay, it's kind of a binary choice here. I mean, it's basically a binary choice, and that you're not going to vote for Trump. So why wouldn't you just be explicit about it? I wondered about the hesitation.
Simply because I'm not a fan. And, I don't think that, an endorsement, like for people think that me not wanting to endorse means that I'm not voting, which I think is the strangest thing ever. There was another moment in that conversation where I even said, hey, there's third party candidates. Whoopi told me she'll beat my behind if I bring up, third party candidates. So I just think it's kind of strange where we are as a culture and as a society where it's almost like there's either one of two extremes. And if you're a person who just, simply chooses to be objective, simply, chooses to look at, both candidates and say, hey, I think there's some right things here, there's some wrong things there, there's some good things here, there's some, good things over here. Like just me being able to explore both options are all options that are out there. For some reason, it bothers people. And I don't understand why.
They were really pressing you. They were like, do Biden a solid. They wanted you to go to your audience and say, vote for Biden. And it was very strange. Like, you've got some magic wand that's going to turn this thing if you just say, I endorse. Can I ask you about third parties? Would you consider RFKJ?
I've looked at all of them. I've looked at RFK. I've looked at Marianne Williamson. I've looked at Cornel West. Like I've looked at all of them. I've been looking at third parties since, 2016. Like 2016, people would say we didn't have the best options, right? But I felt like Hillary Clinton was, overly qualified to be president. But it's not like I didn't explore everything. I explored after President Obama. I explored everything. I explored conservatives. I explored, the Green Party. I explored Democrats. I feel like that's what you should do as an American citizen. I don't think the two-party system, has been the best thing for us here in America. And I don't think there's anything wrong with exploring everything. I'm actually shocked that there hasn't been a third party candidate that's been able to come along and like really galvanize people, especially being that America seems to be, so disappointed in the choices that we have now.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that there's like more pressure on you to quote endorse because you're Black and there's a presumption that you have some influence with Black voters who not by huge margins, but by some margins are migrating from the Democrat to the Republican Party, or at least from Biden to Trump?
I think people, I don't know if people are necessary. I see the numbers. Like I think I said, 22% of people, 22% of Black people may vote for Donald Trump. I think that number is overstated a little bit. But my guy Tim Ryan, who used to be a congressman in Ohio, senator in Ohio. I'm sorry, Tim Ryan used to always, he talks about the exhausted majority. And I think that's what most people are in this country. We're the exhausted majority. So it's not even just about being tired of, Democrats or being tired of Republicans. People are just tired of politics, period. And I think that's what you're seeing a lot of now. Like even, having the conversation about, who I'm choosing to vote for. Listen, I've said it over and over, what I think about both candidates, right? And it's only May. I don't know what's going to happen between now and November. I don't think much is going to change. But if these people want people to be, if these parties want people to be more energized about their candidates, maybe they should just run better candidates.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rocket science.
In the book, you write about your background. You grew up pretty poor in a single wide trailer and spending most of your time running around through the woods, and had very hardworking mom, had a more complicated relationship with your dad. Did you ever think that kid, right, who was learning how to catch a rattlesnake on his spare time, would be in the position now where it's like your magic words of I endorse this candidate would be so important, right, to political TV shows and pundits?
No, not on that aspect. I always knew that I was, here to do something. I always felt that in my spirit. I used to be in my grandmother's yard in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and the field Like there used to be a field in front of her yard that used to separate my grandmother's house and like my cousin Gloria's house. And it's back when I was smaller, the field seemed so big, but it's actually not that big. But I used to always be acting like I was on a stage, and I used to be acting like, I was performing, right? And it was always like I was in a rock band. And then, as I got older, it was like I was a rapper. So I always knew that I was, supposed to be delivering some kind of message. And this might sound kind of crazy to some people, but I remember meeting a medium back in 2006. And, he said to me, he goes, he was just talking to me and he said, you're going to achieve a lot of your goals relatively easy, but I just want you to know that, when you get to where you're supposed to go, you're here to deliver a message. And that same medium told me that he saw like a microphone in my future, and he was talking about radio, and he said he was naming different radio personalities, and it was not spooky at the time, but it was just like, He even told me I was going to have a daughter. And that was in 2006. I didn't have my first daughter until 2008. So long story short, I always knew I ended up having 4. Long story short, I always knew that I was here to, be on a platform of some sort. But I didn't know that it would be, I didn't know I would be Captain Save Joe in an election.
I want to tell you about Genucel's 25-year anniversary with an extra 25% off their already awesome prices, making this the biggest Genucel sale ever. Right now, get Genucel's most popular package featuring Gen 90 for immediate results in minutes, and their top-selling under-eye bags and puffiness serum for over 70% off. Save big on all Genucel top-selling products for a younger, more youthful-looking you. And see those pesky bags and puffiness disappear right before your eyes. Genucel guarantees you will see results in less than 12 hours or your money back. For a limited time, get 70% off, 70 I say, plus an extra 25% anniversary discount automatically applied to checkout. I mean, if my math is correct, that's 95% off. Good luck finding a better sale. Once this sale is gone, though, it's gone. Order yours right now and get the Genucel jawline treatment for a more contoured, defined jawline. Genucel.com/MK60. Genucel.com/MK60. Visit Genucel.com now and get a free spa box with 2 bonus gifts and free shipping. It's a great deal. GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.